Hey up, I nearly didn't do preview, sorry. In fact, I was going to give up on it because I fell asleep last night while I was making my little stat cards out, do you know what I mean? It is freezing cold today. Apparently the game is going ahead, so be careful out there, though. Horrific high winds, obviously a lot of slush and snow about, be careful everybody. But the pitch is alright, they have actually got some coke in boiler, or whatever it is they do. Maybe they've just been out having a slash on it and melting snow, I don't know. But the pitch is playable. Whether it's going to be a good game, well, that's a different matter. Okay, quick look then. Started month with a 4-0 pasting at home by Ipswich, which set them back a bit after a good start to the season. Followed that with another defeat by Portsmouth, 1-0 this time, 2 games without a goal. More recently though, back to winning ways, a good 1-0 win against Bolton Wanderers, and then the last result in the league, a 3-0 win against Plymouth Argyle, who obviously beat us 3-0. Now, when I was a kid, I'd look at that and think, oh God, that means they're going to beat us 6-0, but football don't work like that, does it? But they are heading back into a little bit of form. Right then, Wycombe stats. Played 19, won 11, great start to the season they had. Drawn 4, lost 4, obviously 2 of them at end of last month, as we just looked at. Scored 30 goals, 21 against, 37 points on the board, and currently set up in second place after beating league leaders last week. Now, player to watch, Joel Jacobson, centre-back, left-back or wing-back. It's actually cracking on a bit. It's been around for a few years. This season, 23 appearances, 4 assists and 2 goals. And he has been around a while. Look at this, 549 career appearances. So a wily old character there. But apparently his delivery into the box isn't too bad. He does get forward on counter-attack, so one to look out for there. Bit of a threat from set pieces. It's going to be an audible game. When you look at the way they've been playing, they are a niggly team. Apparently, they make Gillingham look like angels. Which, I saw a stat the other day somewhere that their last match, the ball was in play over 90 minutes for 39 minutes out of the 90. They will play percentages, they will niggle, they will go down with cramps and what have you from first couple of minutes at game. But we have got to be aware because apparently they are very quick on their counter-attack on the occasions when they do get forward. So we'll have to watch out for that. Going to be an audible game, a niggly game. Let's have a look at their line-up. So apparently they line up similar to us in a 3-5-2, but often they use this young lad they've got, this attacking midfield, Mehmeti. He played behind the strikers at times when they attack. Another thing to watch out for, apparently sometimes they do switch during games to either like a 4-5-1 and really get everybody behind the ball and start with a niggling game. But they have been known to switch to a 4-2-4 and look for that big ball up front onto the channels. They've got McClady, they've got from Reading, and obviously up front they've got Hanlon, Volks, who as we know is a real handful from when he was at Stoke, and of course the beast, Akinfenwa. So that's something for us to watch out for. Now, Wednesday have started a lot of games well this season. I've got no reason to see why they won't do it again today, but we've got to be careful because these will let us come at them. They will get behind the ball, they will be niggly, they will be tight, will be going down, time wasting. This is from their own club that's saying this and admitting this. You know, even their managers admitting this, and it's become a bit of an in-joke sort of thing that teams hate it when they turn up. So Wednesday probably will dominate the opening stages. It's vital that we make it count. We've got to get that early goal. If we don't get the early goal, we risk what happened against Gillingham, because obviously that game Wednesday on top, they scored, and then after that it's kitchen sink, but we can't break through. So it's important that Wednesday get the first goal. How are we going to line up? Well, I don't know. You'd look at it and you'd say, well, Gregory probably going to start. He's our top goal scorer. Is there a case for Windass? You know, been out a long time. Scored obviously the goal in the week, but I didn't see a player who stretches in behind. If Wycombe's just going to be sat behind the ball, do you need a player who's going to be stretching in behind, or you better using something else? Maybe the physical presence of Kemberi, or maybe even Patterson. I don't know. The right-hand side, that's something to look at. Again, we're going to be having more of the ball. So do you want Hunt, who's probably more defensive-minded, even though he's quite an attacking fullback? Perhaps Mendes-Lang, perhaps Sunday, perhaps even again Patterson, because if it is going to be an horrible scrappy game, that wind is getting up, you can probably hear it, it's going to be a really tricky set of conditions for us to play. we might end up in a battling, scrapping match with them. Do you bring more physical presences in? And especially as well, it's not just about attacking, is it? It's also about defending. Patterson, Canberra, them sort of players, they're also players we can use in our box to defend set pieces and corners, which might be one of their main ways of attacking it. Jeez, that wind. A lot of it's up in the air. I do think Luongo will play, whichever way the game goes, whether it's a nice attacking game of football, which you can't see it going to be, or a long ball, silent ball swirling around in squall. But I think Luongo will start with Bannon and Dele-Bashiru. Up front, a lot of decisions for Darren Moore to make there. I'd probably start with the same pair that started the last game and maybe make similar subs, I don't know. But we are going to be dominating the ball more. I'd start Gregory, I think. I'd start Gregory and Canberra again. I think that's what I'd do. But we don't know. Anyway, that's enough for me. You probably already eat Boozer, if you've made it to Boozer. Wrap up warm, be safe, take it easy, and hopefully Wednesday get a result. I'll see you after the game.